Doc, am I not pronouncing your name correctly? Okay, Chokosh. Or anyone who went to group of schools, maybe I'm not getting it correctly. My co-host, I know he went to group of schools. Can you get his attention?
Anaitwa Doc na bado ni Chokosh. Sasa hapa kwa group of schools ndio sijui.
Okay, nimefikiria hapo mimi ndio sipati. Unajua sisi wengine tulienda kwa polling station as a school. Yes, Doc. You know, some people muna create names ya kutumia kwa spaces and maybe even you forget that is your name. Doc. Kimemia Daniel. Kimemia. Okay.
Probably Lala mpatie Mkenya.
Yeah, Mkenya, go ahead.
I think Doc kuna shida na net, na connecting.
Okay. Yeah, Mkenya, go ahead. And those who are the listeners, request the mic. Utapatiwa mbio because tunahitaji kusikia kila sauti. Usikuje tu hapo kaka. And if you are in a position you cannot talk, you can give your views, your comments on the comment section, and we are going to read. My co-host here will have some few minutes to read the comments so that every voice can be heard. Thank you.
So Fabi, thank you very much for the opportunity and for hosting this space. To everyone else, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you're listening us from across the globe. Now, first things first, Ruto must go. That is the paradigm. When I wake up in the morning, that's what I'm thinking about. When I'm sleeping, that's what I'm dreaming about. When I'm driving, that's what I'm thinking about. Now, you guys have discussed something very elaborate. I've been listening in for a while. Now I have a practical question, and I'm courageous enough to ask. Now, someone is being abducted. Now let's get practical. We're all in agreement, it's unconstitutional. If you want to arrest someone, you issue orders or do it in an organized way, and as the law provides. Someone is being abducted. These cops or these, let's call them goons, are brandishing weapons. We have 2 or 3 Subarus. Now let's get practical. We are Kenyans. We have our phones, we are watching, we have our flags, whatever, name it. What will we do? What can we do? These guys have weapons, AK-47s and what have you. Some are brandishing. If they're not brandishing weapons, we can easily pounce on them. So my question is, and it doesn't have to be limited to the speakers, just to, we're having a conversation. Thanks, Fabi.
Okay, thank you. That's a general question. I'm sure as other people are coming to give you an answer, I will give you my own answer. First, when someone is being abducted, even if they have the weapons, those people, they cannot just start shooting randomly. Okay? So what you need to do is you create commotion. People around there, make sure that you create commotion. As other people are screaming, others are putting, are trying to block the road. Carry everything, throw on that road, So when you create that commotion, it will give them a very rough time. And even out of that commotion, that is now where we can even get time, even if it is to touch that car. So when someone is abducted, instead of fast rushing to your phones, you scream, you shout, you do everything possible. Throw some objects on the road. Make sure that even that car will have difficult to pass.
Fabish.
Yes.
Can I add on something?
Yes, go ahead.
There is always that just fear of what are you going to do. But believe me not, once one person starts a commotion or just throw something, believe me not, everybody is going to join in. If you can remember during the demonstration, there was a time a guy was about to be abducted. and be put in a Subaru. Guys went there. The guy was afraid. Hawakumchukua. Why? The power of people. Walienda. Just that move, ikienda. You normally see, hata kwa wanyama, if you normally see the buffaloes, mmoja akivamiwa na simba, si ndio? Hata kama ni simba watano. When they charge, mmoja tu aende ndio hivyo. So guys, it's just us dealing with the fear that we have. Believe me or not, they are not going to shoot random, as Fabia said. So the fear that we, the one tunasema kwamba nobody should come here ataanza kutuuzia fear kwamba nini is a very genuine question and is a good umeuliza. So that fear sasa ndio tunasema kwamba we have sasa tuitoe. Tujue kwamba in such a scenario what do you have to do? And alarm, believe me not, everybody at a joining. Thank you.
Maybe Fabi.
Yes.
Yeah, even if I can add on that, unaona gari abduction huwa ikikuja, the first thing when they approach you and they want to arrest you kama public iko, wanakujanga kwanza wanakuhold hivi. Hiyo kuhold hivi kama bado wamesimama, wana testing the people who are around. Kama kuna any resistance, kama kuna resistance ndio unaonanga kuna hiyo rush ya kupelekwa kwa gari. Let me tell you, akunanga watu waoga kama watu wa Subaru boys. Wanaonanga tu ground, wanafanya hivyo, watu wanaanza kutoroka, wanachukua advantage sasa ndio wanakuwa aggressive. The moment wameshika tu mtu mmoja tu atakianza anzange tu asema hapana, you will see them retreating. Utaona wameretreat, wanahand ulo jamaa like karibu anamwani gently. The moment mtu mmoja alipuke na sound itoke more than 3 people, they will never arrest anyone. I'm a true witness ya the story son is saying. Ilifanyika town, ilikuwa town yenyewe demonstration ikiendelea. There was a young guy who was supposed to be taken. Walimshika hivi, the group ikakuja tu hivi like it was just a commotion of 2 minutes and they drove off and they left him there. So inakwanga fear. First, if they come, they must test the ground. They will hold you. Watakushika hivi. Si nakujanga tu hivi mara moja. Wanakuhold hivi ni kama umeshikwa. Then hata wewe mwenyewe ukianza kukua aggressive, then you get external support. It stops there. The only thing inafanyanga watu wanaonanga umeshikwa hivi, people start running. So when people start running, they always take that they have controlled the ground. That's when they drag you into the car. But just in case there's any resistance, those people at the way you have just said here, those people, because they always come in a group and wako armed, hiyo ndio inafanyanga tu hiyo bravery inakuanga. But the moment wameonanga tu any opposition, just a slight, no one will go. Trust me, mimi nimeona ikifanyika, some we have done around Mudhuru, even there was also an arrest there ilikuwa inafanyika hapo. Watu walitoka tu kwa soko hivi, hata ilikuwa tu wamama. It never happened. So inakuanga tu feel like wakikuja watu wanaona Subaru, they run away. And the issue of not even putting the number plate, ikwanga ati people can track. They can put a plate there and it is fake. Hiyo plate wameshajua there's a fear that umejenga kwa wananchi, like ukiona Subaru, those are killers. They will kill you. So this time wametoa a number plate ili wakikuja hiyo fake kuingiza like, hey, the vehicle is not even having a number plate. Where will they take me to? It's just a fear mechanism, I'm telling you. These guys, if they come, venye mlikuwa mnasema there's a group, hata wafike kwa compound hivyo wanataka kushika mtu, then another group ikuja hapo kucounter. Trust you me, they will leave. They always leave. They always take advantage where people are fearing. Like the moment you fear, they take advantage. But where people are radical, why are these arrests? There are places that they cannot happen. You know, places like Kibra, around Olympic, that you cannot arrest. Even an officer cannot always arrest because they fear of what might happen. But they always take advantage. But one day will not, when they are taking someone, hawakujangi tu hivyo wamekugrab, wanakujangi hivyo umeraundiwa, just to test what the reaction of the ground. If there's no reaction, they grab you away. But in any case of any interruption, you will see them leaving because even themselves they fear. And they cannot start shooting anyhow because awako kwa battlefield wanapatana na Al-Shabaab. It is citizens always shoot anyhow. They always escape. So inakuanga tu fear. If we put fear aside na to a confront, if you see such kind of thing happen, watu tu hivi, watu watalipuka. And in fact, I love these border guys of town. They are very, very cooperative. Hao ikianzanga hivi, hao ndo wanaanza kupandishanga juu. Na moment wamepandishanga juu, they run away. Those people are cowards, but they take advantage if you fear. Wewe ukishaingiza uoga hivi, they drive you away. Kama wewe ni pia mtu ameshikilia, unashikilia hapo, ukishikilia hivi, ushikilie kama wanakugrab hivi na wananchi waingie, there's nowhere you will go. Yeah.
And then Fabish,
Yeah.
just to add on. The day we will ban one of those Subarus, believe me not, those abductions, they will decrease. Trust me. Because they know now the fear is gone. And that is what we're supposed to do. Remember, the government should not lie to us. They don't know who the abductors are. Just recently, they abducted the Turkish guys, right? The government admitted it is them who abducted them and they gave them out. So what else are they going to tell us? They don't know who the abductors are. So our key point is we have to mark those cars when they come. We have to touch 2 or 3 or 1. Trust me, guys. We have to wake up. Thank you.
Yeah, so I also want to agree with San and General. We should actually make sure we ban those vehicles. Chomea, hizo magari, hawa watu, I think there's a time I mentioned that you should, as a person mahali tumefika sahizi in this country, you should also walk around with some kind of personal protective gear. For example, unaweza kuwa na zile two pocket knives, unaweza kuwa na zile stun guns, those things that inatoanga inapiga mtu shock. I think niliziona zinauzwa hata huku Kenya. I think we should do that because mahali imefika, you should be able to protect yourself, defend yourself, kwa sababu tuko in war as we've mentioned, na when you're in war you don't go with a Bible, you go with weapons. So hapo ndo tuko. Then the other thing, of course, we need to also pray to God that sijui mbona na mention God anyway. Yeah, we need to be able to overcome the bystander effect. Hiyo ambayo when something is happening to you or to someone, people just stare. And I think that is something that is very common, especially in Nairobi, whereby mtu akifanyikiwa na kitu, people just stare. And I think hii inakuja from the point of fear, where watu walizoea kwamba when mtu akibiwa kitu chao, mtu usema mwizi ni part of the team ya huyo mwizi, and then you might even end up being attacked we mwenye uko innocent. I think those who've been in Nairobi, they understand how those things happen, and so people have that fear of interfering because they know mara mingi when you interfere, unakuwa sawa ndo unakuwa target ya hauwezi, na kwa hiyo commotion unaweza enda po uenda kuchomwa, yet you are probably the victim, ama wewe ndo ulikuwa unajaribu kutetea the victim. So yeah, sometimes I try to understand Kenyans kwamba, especially Nairobians, I think hiyo ndo challenge tunakwanga nayo, whereby tumekuwa traumatized na hizo situations where wezi wamejipanga in that manner. So as much as tunataka kublame people, yeah, we also understand that kuna hiyo shida, and let's hope we are going now to be more woke and be able to overcome that. And ukiona mtu akijaribu kusukumwa ndani ya Subaru or whatever it is, wewe shout, bring commotion. Pia wewe mwenye una kidnapiwa, try to fight for yourself, by the way. Uma mtu, for heaven's sake, hey, you have teeth. They are meant for defense, pia si kukula pekee. So even bite that person, ndio at least uweze at least kujisaidia, cause you never know, you might go and never come back. Na watu wengi by then small wig. Imagine if you have that small wig ambayo watu watawezi jua kama umechukuliwa. What happens to you? You'll never be found. So yeah, try to really bring commotion ndio usaidike. Then of course pia protect our fellows. Ukiona mtu anachukuliwa usikue bystander. Just try to also fight back for them. Yeah. So thank you, Doc. Choko, endelea.
Yeah, I want to agree. Kwanza, wewe kama wewe ndio umekuwa victim, unaenda kukuwa kidnapped, usikwanza usigize uoga. Don't be easily kuwa carried evil. Pambana, react. What is important? First, react while you are screaming. Jaribu ulale chini. Kama kuna post hapo, shika hiyo post kabisa. You know, make sure kwamba wewe pia you fight. while screaming. You know, you first as a victim, you'll be the one in the first hand to bring a commotion. So scream. Kama kuna post ya stima hapo karibu, shikilia hiyo post. You know, scream to people around you. Tell them that wanani abduct ni goons. You know. So when you keep on shouting and screaming, you know, unalala chini, unagaragara, unakataa kuingia hiyo gari, unakanyaga mguu, then you will help create that scene of commotion. So and for interest of unity about the movement, we will listen to the speakers ambao wako tu kwa speakers panel, and then because me I believe in unity of movement, then we will finish and go to TG space. TG has just opened the space to update us on a resolution that was in the court about the Adani deal. Yeah, go ahead.
Fabish, before you maybe end, I think I have I think it's a question or something, or actually I'm seeking an opinion, especially regarding the submission of is it submission of whatever is being submitted on Friday, extension of term limits and everything else in between, and probably this maybe ni kitu mtu anaweza enda akifikiria, because we saw what people did on the Gachagua story, and this is something I've always talked about, whereby I've always said that hizi mambo ya public participation tu ni it's a PR exercise